Welcome back to another episode of It's in the Details. As always, please remember to share, like, subscribe, rate, review, comment wherever you get the show. You are back for episode 2 of my sit down with my cousins. As I said last week, an atypical situation produces atypical results. And we got to talking about Big Brother. I know I like Big Brother. You may not enjoy Big Brother. I think you may enjoy some of the conversation about Big Brother. The whole episode's not Big Brother, y'all. It's not all Big Brother, but there is a big chunk about Big Brother and black women and how they're presented on the show. I want to be clear. I don't subscribe to any angry black woman stereotype. I don't believe in it. I don't sign off on any of it. But I do see something of it represented in Big Brother. You'll hear us discuss it way further, and I think even more importantly, you get to hear their thoughts on what's going on in the show, specifically with this topic. But it's just something that I feel happens all the time on the show. They put one or two black ladies in the house. They find themselves in some troubling situations, and the people on the show, the other contestants, clearly feel like they're in a conversation with an angry black woman, which is hurtful, I think, to see from the outside. Is it something where you can really separate from the game? I don't know. I don't have the answers to any of these questions. We just had a discussion on it. I'm just talking to you off the top to say, I'm not saying there's a bunch of angry black women running around the world. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that's how they appear to be portrayed in the game for the last 10 to 12 years. There was a high spot in season 4 with Danielle, and we seem to be experiencing another high spot right now inside the Big Brother house, probably because there are 4 or 5 black women in the house checking for each other, looking after each other for the most part, and making one another feel comfortable inside of that crazy house. So I just wanted to say that off the top. That's enough me rambling. Up next, part 2 of my episode with Sheena and Julia. I hope you enjoy it. Something else I wanted to talk to you guys about.
Okay.
Big Brother. Big Brother.
Yeah.
So we'll start here. Longtime fans of Big Brother?
I was telling Sheena, I feel like I'm in a cult. I feel like I've been in a cult for like 23 years or whatever.
Yes.
I used to leave playing outside to go and watch Big Brother at 8 o'clock on Saturday, because it used to come on Saturdays.
Yes.
And once you go in, you can't go back out, right? So I just gave up our night, watch Big Brother.
I don't know if you guys are quite old enough. Did you watch Will and Boogie?
Of course.
Yeah.
We've watched every season except the first season. But we still know Chicken George.
Yes.
Yeah.
Chicken
Because I
George.
think he came back. So I remember Will and Boogie. It seemed like
I don't like Boogie, because Boogie, he comes after my Janelle.
Boogie's...
You know what he said to her? I'll fight him when I see him.
You might have to go to jail to fight him, but go ahead. I'll tell you later.
His goodbye speech to Janelle.
Mhm.
Okay, let me do it. He's like, Janelle, always a bridesmaid, never a bride. Ooh.
That's right.
Tell you, if anyone ever says that to me, there's gonna be gunshots. Okay? I'll just cap them. Sorry, I don't have a gun, obviously. But that would really piss me off. That would get under my skin. It got under my skin and it wasn't even said to me.
We're going to have to cut all of that out.
no, Janelle is the Big Brother queen.
Yeah,
Right.
she's the queen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it feels like she's looked at that way by most. It's sad that she never won.
I think that's the thing with Big Brother is it's not a game where the best person wins.
Not always. Yeah.
Not, most of the time it's not.
But she look at her competition though.
She had some rough seasons.
After it, every single competition.
Back to Boogie. I don't know if you knew, I just found out like this week, Will just filed a restraining order against Boogie because I think Boogie's made some questionable life decisions, and somebody wanted to make a show about Will and Boogie, and Will didn't need to do it, so he pulled out of it, and Boogie started stalking him.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's
is so
crazy,
juicy,
but it's
yeah.
not that surprising.
Right.
I could definitely
Right. I know. So I feel like that it might not be the first really bad story. I think someone might have gone to jail for some drug selling or something like that. One of the
Probably
I don't think it was Boogie, but I think somebody else might have had that as well. But so your favorite players, clearly Janelle, Kaser, Howie. Were you down for Howie too?
Yeah.
A little.
No, I liked Howie. He was sweet.
Yeah.
Gene and John?
June
And Jen, yeah.
Yeah, that was a good season.
That was a really good season.
Remember they had the X's on that season. That was really good twist.
Oh, yes.
This season's theme, like
are these seasons available to be streamed anywhere? That's what I want to know.
The other day, Julia pulled up this video on YouTube, and it was like, I think it was an hour-long video, and it had snippets from every season, but it was like the video quality.
Oh, yes.
So bad. It was so blurry.
Yeah.
It gave me a headache.
Yes.
I was nauseous. I think I was still sick the next day. Like,
can you imagine someone spending money to digitally remaster all these Big Brother seasons to put them back out?
And I think, but you know what the funny thing with Big Brother is? I'm such a fan, and I'm always so excited when I find other fans, because it doesn't seem like there's many people. It's not like Survivor.
I know.
Like, I don't know why people aren't watching it.
It might be more the States, because like we have Big Brother Canada, right?
I love.
And so many things I have to talk to you about. But Big Brother Canada announces there's going to be a new season at the end of each season. Like they didn't know. Like they're hanging on with their fingernails. So yeah, I don't know. It just doesn't feel like that many people are watching it, but clearly enough people are watching it for them to keep churning out these seasons.
Mm-hmm. Or Wendy's is just paying.
Wendy's foots the bill. How y'all feel about Arissa's clothing? I'm just asking.
We didn't talk about this before. I know. We didn't talk about that.
You have eyes.
It's like a thing. I didn't know other people felt this way. Like every episode, we're like, oh, what is she doing?
I'm not comfortable as a man getting into it, but I'm like, I need to know if I'm the only one. And clearly, go ahead, Julia, drop them bombs.
It's just. Well, it starts, we see the outfit, and then we're like, okay, don't say anything. The other person.
We try. And because we do it every single time, we're like, this is like, come on. We're not going to reduce her to her outfits. We're not going to talk about her outfits every single episode. So yeah, we do make like an effort to just like not say stuff, but I don't know. She looks good maybe like 15% of the time, and she's beautiful, so I don't understand what the problem is.
That's what I was going to say next.
And then it just makes me feel like terrible, because I'm being a dick, and I'm just like, oh, well, it's not flattering. Like, she has a nice body, but it's not flattering. And why would you choose that material, those colors? There's so many different reasons on why it's bad. Sometimes it's like cutouts. It's just.
Meanwhile, like, what are we, 26 years in, and Julia's like hot gal every episode. Julie kills it effortlessly.
She murders.
This is not a budget situation, man. It's like you could get anybody in Toronto to design Arissa's clothing. I don't know. I don't understand what's happening.
Yeah.
We just want the best for Arissa. That's all.
Yeah.
Right? She's good at her job. As you said, she's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
She's not the best host. She's not the best host, but she's good.
But Julie's not the best host either.
She is not.
She's
rude sometimes.
Yeah. She
compassion.
Yeah, she does.
Do you
Why
guys?
Do you think you're still here? Why do you think you're sitting here with me instead of being in the house with them?
She is getting more and more grimy. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. She's digging in these people a lot recently.
Yeah.
She's over it. Do you watch Survivor too? No Survivor. Okay. I was just going to ask because Jeff Probst, the host of Survivor, who's been doing like 35 seasons now, he's still got that passion.
Yeah.
He's still got it.
He's a bit rude, I think. In competitions, he's like, this person is way behind. Way behind. And that was me. Like, I just feel like, oh, forget it. I'm just going to stop.
But yeah, I had to ask somebody about Arista's clothing. I'm so happy we're on board. The other thing I wanted to ask you about, and I said this on my Big Brother show a couple of weeks ago, and I almost took it out. I felt I wasn't necessarily the right person to say it, but it's a fact. Okay. The trope of the Black woman on Big Brother.
I have a picture.
Getting all aggressive with the other house guests and getting themselves kicked out of the show very early. I'm not off base with this. This is true. Yes?
I don't know that it's true. I think the way the show is edited or something, I think it's more the show than the women. Like, especially I've noticed with Big Brother Canada, when the Black female contestants
Latoya
are really good.
Yeah.
I think it's Latoya.
Yeah.
They vilify them. They're like, she's deceiving. She's like ruthless. I'm like, I thought that's what we're supposed to do to win. I thought that, but when Latoya does it, like she's a bad person. Like I don't know.
Jules?
I don't know. Like, I don't know. I guess I got a feel for them. Like, I just kind of feel like it's just really hard to be in that environment. And I think that with and Black women, we could be very expressive with our faces and everything. And even me right now, I could be like, I'm really upset with you. I don't like the rules you gave to us today.
Right.
But what's not being seen is that like we have a great relationship and we have like a trust foundation. So I feel like I can give you like a little bit of a stink eye. I can give you a hard time, but that's based on our relationship.
But that's it. And I think that happens in the show. I think that these women do have that comfort level and that relationship with people, but they're not showing that. They're just showing when they do get mad and then they do look like the angry Black woman. Yeah. When I don't think that they necessarily are. And I think it's interesting that you bring that up with this season because I don't see it that much compared to like a Davon who's like exactly what the producers, that's like what they want. Like that's
right. It like for me, it's interesting because step one is this game is about deceit. Regardless of what other people might want you to believe it is, it's about deceiving somebody so you can get to the top. So inherently, you can't really feel like you trust anybody. You're away from your family. You're in this weird house that they don't want you to sleep. There's all these lights and cameras following. Like all of it is set up to make you appear to be something you aren't necessarily for real, right? And I agree with that. And the other thing is you're also, I don't think you can take your full self into the game. Like you've got to develop some sort of character or person that you're going to be in this game and figure out how to maneuver around all these people and emotions and relationships and convince them to do things you want them to do. I don't know how up until this season and Danielle way back in like season 4, I think it was with Marcellus, there's this cavern in between these two places where every other Black woman that's been on the show has collapsed under the same trope. Like none of the women, I shouldn't say none, but none you can remember were eliminated because they were too nice and whatever. It's just like, oh, she started yelling at people, so we put her up and we got her out. She wasn't even a threat. We just got rid of her. but saying at the same time that Danielle and the women that are in the house now managed to hold on or hold back or whatever it is doesn't feel good to say.
That they're holding back? Are they?
I don't know what they're doing. I don't know why they're being successful, at least to this point, and all of the women before them weren't successful.
Well, they're not tokens. So that's a huge thing.
Well, but Danielle, you're saying Danielle back in the season, she was a token in her season, right?
Yeah, but that's what Damien said. She seemed to somehow like break past that.
But
I think we didn't talk about super fans then, but the way she did play like a super fan. She wasn't just on this show. Like she was on the show to play Big Brother. She was serious about strategy. Like it was serious with her.
She managed to keep personal stuff separate from, like, she didn't see anything as personal. I feel like
she voted out her boy Marcellus, didn't she?
Yeah, right.
She had a bit of I think like a je ne sais quoi, if I can say this. Like she seemed to have like a high level of maturity and poise and pride and intelligence. And I think that a lot of the girls in this season have that. But a lot of the girls in between, I don't think had that. And I think that's really important to kind of stand up to the producers, because we all know that there's going to be like a little bit of pressure. If anything's up in the air, basically, like the producers will never really take your side. You know what I mean? Like we know that with Devon when they kind of like forced her to like play up more of like, you know, roll her neck a little more than she would have liked to, like, you know, Devon, she kind of like, she like speaks like us. Like, I don't think that she would appreciate, I don't think many people appreciate getting told to like act a certain way because it sells more or whatever.
Right.
But I think that you need like a certain amount of like self-knowledge to kind of like stand up against that, to like, you know, I might be portrayed badly this week, but I'm okay with that. And I'm going to just like, you know, roll on and not take it personal, like Danielle, like she didn't take it personal. Whereas, I think a lot of the other ones, you know, if you don't have the necessary backbone, you're just gonna crumble. Like they literally throw, and you have to remember like accesses to power and like at how far that is for Black women. So to go and throw them into the house with no support or anything, and expect that socially they're going to keep up with the social ties of all the other people in the house. I'm sorry, like it doesn't add up. And I think that a lot of Black women in Canada experience the same thing that these people would experience in the house, in the workplace. Because it's the same, like it may appear like you have everything that everyone else has, it's equal now, but no, you social ties mean everything. And if you don't have like, if you and a producer, you know, you don't have like that background, like, oh yeah, we play golf, or you some type of like, you know, background or connection, then she's just gonna be like almost like a puppet in the house to see like when is this fuse gonna blow, you know what I mean?
I think maybe an important part, I'm more interested to hear what you might have to say about it, but an important part of this season is the diversity on this season of the show. It's gotta help to have so many faces in the house that look like your face, right? Like they created an alliance called the Cookout that immediately creates a bond. The alliance doesn't seem like it's going to last much longer, but me too, right? But I feel like the fact that there are so many Black women in the house is helping them navigate through what is such a weird experience.
Absolutely. For sure. Like even just sitting here and watching your face and seeing your facial expressions and stuff, like seeing you react to what I'm saying, like it eases my anxiety that like I could see that you could understand this or whatever. If you have like, and I've been in a lot of Zoom chats like this, if you have like a stoic face like this, and you're not connecting with anything I'm saying, like subconsciously and to your psyche, that's sending your anxiety levels like crazy. And then you're gonna go and go and have a conversation about game after that. Like that is really hard. So yeah, even if they're not even talking to each other, just like looking, seeing like I'm reacting to you, I'm nodding, even just that alone could just give them that extra piece of comfort that they need to just focus on the game, you know?
That's the thing too, because I'm just looking at the names now because I'm bad with remembering the names. But yeah, like Asa and Tiffany, they're not best friends.
No.
But it doesn't matter. I think still having each other there still does a lot for, like you said, just their overall confidence and anxiety level and just comfort level in general.
And I'm hoping, like, you see how they had like a little bit of a fight, like the cookouts fighting a little bit. I'm really hoping, because they look really upset, I'm really hoping that them voicing how upset they are is venting, and that will allow them to just get out that negative energy and go back to sticking together. I mean, Black people, that's how we are, right? Like, if you have a problem, isn't it better to just kind of like air it all out? Like, yo, I'm pissed, yo, like whatever. Okay, we're cool, end of story. Like I'm glad I got that out. Like I could even think straight now that I've gotten that venting out, and let's just focus on our alliance, you know?
It seems like Hannah and Xavier are hopefully going to be that calming force and and say, listen, let's all talk it out. I know they're not trying to meet all together so they can keep it a secret, but I'm hoping somebody says, let's just get it on the table and move forward, because
I think Hannah and X can do that.
Because I don't know about y'all, but I have never cared about a Big Brother alliance so much in 20 whatever years of this show. Like, I need this cookout alliance to work.
I never thought I would see this ever in my life.
But they never put enough Black people in the show for it to happen.
No. What a good name. It's so fun. It's like
the speaking of diversity, we're going to be in Big Brother for a little bit longer. Big Brother Canada has always been about that diversity life. Right? They've always mixed it up. This last year we had LaToya, which we spoke about a little bit, but we also had another Indigenous, First Nations. I'm not sure what the correct term is, but we love all our brothers and sisters, but we had Kiefer up in this house. And Kiefer was a revelation.
He was. Honestly, I talked about getting emotional. When Kiefer talked about the significance of the kids on the res, seeing him on the show, I get goosebumps when I talk about it. It's something so profound, and it's so much bigger than TV and reality TV. And it just, it brings goosebumps and a tear to my eye. I think it's amazing. And he was just such a great, what's the word I'm looking
ambassador?
For? Ambassador. He was such a great ambassador really good, for that. So yeah, that was everything for me.
Yeah. Go ahead, Jules. If you had.
Yeah, I just feel like, like he's just making like such a big difference for the next generation, like of Indigenous, like girls and boys that are literally on residences, like forgotten. And like you can't even believe that in Canada people don't have drinking water. And I can't even believe that in Canada, if you're on a reserve, you a lot of times have to leave your reserve for high school. What? What kind of country is this? Leave your parents for high school? Choose between your parents and an education? Like, it's
eye-opening.
Like before they've even committed a crime, because that, to me, that's a punishment. Like,
just removed from your culture entirely. It's
like residential school still like happening in effect, because like high school is still education. So
and Kiefer, like I'm sure he knows the reach he had for his people, but I don't know that he knows how many other people of other cultures that he's touched in the same way, right? And I was the same as you, goosebumps every single time. There was the guy, no disrespect to this dude, but the guy that was on last season. Do you remember his name?
It was so strange.
I liked him, but he was
I liked him.
And he had
sweet,
like a silent confidence.
He didn't seem like someone who would even be interested in reality TV though.
Yeah.
Just a little bit like he could take it or leave it.
Yeah.
He was there to be a representative.
Yeah.
It's almost like Big Brother went to his area and they're like, hey, we need one.
Yeah, no,
yeah, I had the same vibe on him too. But when he shared his stories as well, it was touching. It was like, because it's things we're not getting this knowledge anywhere. I wouldn't have known how to start looking for it. I wouldn't have started looking for it. I mean, we've had some horrific news since then about our Indigenous brothers and sisters. But like I said, all the beige children, I don't think this was in the recording, but all the beige children coming up, hopefully they're going to solve some of these problems that we've got going on.
Really sorry, one more thing.
Yes,
I really
please.
love his book, his language.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yes.
And he said that it's like a language that's kind of like what is the term for it? It's just like they're losing the language because no one speaks it anymore. And I know that it's happening to like a lot of different dialects around the world, and I'm obsessed with history. So for me, like that was just really interesting, and like immediately I just want to like preserve it. Like, you know what I mean? Like we need like all these details for like our future, you know, kids and generations and everything. We need to like archive this.
Yeah.
Imagine if that's the only recording of that language, like that Canada has, you know.
Dating shows, man. The dating shows. Y'all are into some dating shows. Funny enough, I think I'm not going to make any generalizations, but I've had a few women do this thing with me, right? And I think all but one of them are down with the dating shows. How are they so perfectly crafting dating shows to keep the ladies watching? And I know there's men watching too, but I'm saying ladies specifically. What is it about the dating shows that you love so much?
Are they perfectly crafted?
I don't know.
I think women are perfectly crafted for the dating shows because, like, honestly, like ever since we pop out, they're just like taught to just serve a man, get ready to be a good wife or whatever. So like that TV is just like, it's just like all of our senses. It's just like, oh my God, like what do men want? What are they looking for? For me, I love to stay up current on like beauty trends and stuff. So I need to know like how people are wearing their hair, what makeup is being worn, what clothes are being worn. So I like that stuff too.
All of that's happening in these dating shows? You're getting all of that information there?
Oh yeah. Like the whole trend overlining your lips, like yeah, that's a good source of beauty tips for sure.
Okay.
There's also a lot of it's getting to a point where the dating shows there's so much plastic surgery that it's almost like you're watching for the dating, but it's also a plastic surgery show because these women look so can I say deformed?
Yeah, a lot of them do.
They actually look sick. They actually look like they have face body dysmorphia or something.
Well, there is this one girl on, I can't remember which season or which version of Love Island, but she had like lip implants, and I guess she was out in the sun and the lip implants burnt. So for half of the season, she had like these big like brown things on her already over swollen lip. It was so gross. And she's like, oh, I wanted to stay to prove that like I could like get through this. And I'm like, this is gross. I don't want to watch.
Yeah. You know what? Like if I'm a little bit nauseous, I can't watch the show. Like, like if I like hadn't eaten all day or whatever, I'll watch something else and I'll watch it when my stomach is more settled, because the girls, like sometimes the lips look okay with lipstick, but without lipstick, it looks like before and after like botched or surgery. It just looks scary. Like
I'm always so curious too. Like I know it's not like beauty isn't always about what men want or what whoever you're attracted to wants, but I'm like the guys they like this look.
Yeah,
like, I like the duck face. Like I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure actually. Maybe they don't actually ask guys. Like maybe they're just like, they'll just look at themselves and be like, I need my lips done, and they wouldn't even like ask a guy. But then if you would have asked a guy, the guy would be like, no, your lips are fine or whatever. Go do your eyebrows.
I don't know. I don't know.
Well, I mean, living in the time we're living now, I don't know that what the guy thinks matters as much as how many likes it gets or how many followers it obtains, and the people on the other side of your screen, or your phone screen, not even the TV screen. It's like how is it being received there seems to be more of what people care about, or even what you're seeing on your screen. Like you're seeing other people that look like this, they're famous, therefore I'm gonna try to look like this, and then you got crusty sunburnt lip injections.
It was so bad.
I did not think this is where that was going to go. This is very interesting.
That is like, I would say there are 4 pillars to Love Island.
Oh my goodness.
The lip injections?
All
surgeries.
Do you want plastic surgery to have its own pillar or lip injection? I don't know.
No,
it's crazy.
They're your pillars. Give us your 4 pillars. Yeah, if Sheena's got pillars, she can add pillars in.
No, I'm kidding. I don't have any more pillars.
I'm actually not a huge fan of the dating shows. Like it's definitely a guilty pleasure for me. Like I'm not actually enjoying it, and the whole time I'm sitting there just like cutting it up. Like, and some are worse than others, but most of them are bad.
So it's almost like a 4D experience kind of deal where it's happening, but you're kind of having your own TV show experience separate of it at home, talking about what you're seeing on the screen.
Yes.
Digesting what's going on. What about the dating? Is there any attention paid to the dating happening on the show? The relationships, how those things are working?
Well, what I'll do is I'll definitely like assess whether I think that their connection is genuine or not. And I guess like maybe you could like apply that to real life. It's like you could like trying to tell if someone actually likes you or not. But yeah, like if the person that is like genuinely laughing at jokes, or if they're just kind of like being like fake. And then with Love Island, because they get money at the end, you always kind of suspect a little bit. Like sometimes I feel like certain people pair up with people just because they think that viewers like that person.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of again, just for likes, I guess.
Is this Love Island UK?
Yes.
Okay. So you guys said to me, or maybe it was one of you, Love Island UK is the one. That's the pinnacle.
Oh, yeah. You can't, when you talk about Love Island and you watch Love Island US and you think that this is Love Island culture, it's just not. No.
Okay. So what makes
part of Love Island is watching the show and only understanding about 25% of what they're saying, because they go off on, there's all this slang and like just and the accents, they're so different. Like you can just judge, you can tell someone's class and how much money their parents make based on their accent.
Yeah.
So those are the major things you guys love about Love Island UK?
Well, that's not what we love about it. I'm just talking about what distinguishes it from.
Okay.
What I love about it is that it's got a more of a realness. Like Americans are everything's so glossy and like whatever, but they're just rawer in the UK.
Mm-hmm.
Like the fights there's more fighting.
Yeah, people are just more like shameless.
Yeah,
like I eat beans and chips every day. I don't know.
Beans and chips?
Oh yeah, like all the girls are glamour models, which I think is like some type of like sexy modeling in the UK. I'm not sure exactly what it is. And then all the guys are like scaffolders. So they have like nice bodies and everything, but and they'll joke that they're not this very smart. Yeah. So, and they don't really like, they just had like they have less to lose, I guess. And so they're just like more open.
Why do you think they have less to lose?
Yeah, go on, tell us.
I don't know. And also it's interesting because they take people that are outside of London. So so even to people in London, they have like absolutely ridiculous accents to the point where like, you know, some people in London came in.
Right.
I understand them. I think they have less to lose because they're not in a major city.
Oh, you mean the people that are outside of London?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe like with the Big Brother, or sorry, not Big Brother, with the Love Island, the US ones, they kind of choose more like influencer people, like people who are kind of already in the industry. Whereas, with the UK, they're just taking
people
from whatever Shire.
Yeah, exactly. They're from Shire. Yorkshire.
And she's just happy to be on TV.
Yeah,
and she's
on
like,
the telly,
and she's popping off. She'll take you for a mug.
Yeah, don't. It's muggy.
It's muggy.
It's actually muggy in here.
We're gonna get back to it. Did you guys watch Top Boy?
Yeah.
Have you seen Top Boy?
I love Top Boy. Yeah.
I was harassing my friends with bruvs and innits. For like a week.
Yeah.
I couldn't. They either hadn't seen it or did not know what I was talking about, and they just didn't want to play along. But yeah. So listening to you guys get in was good stuff. Temptation Island.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
My favorite. I feel cringy watching it because I joke that I feel like I'm watching a funeral. Okay. The show is just not right. You go and you have 4 couples go in, and obviously those women don't want to be there. Like, the guys look somewhat excited. Sometimes they pretend not to be excited or whatever, but the women just go and they just cry and cry and cry from episode 1. And then they live with the guys that are trying to tempt them out of their relationship. Half the time they don't even like these guys or don't even want the guys around because they're so devastated from the videos they're seeing from the guys. And I think the producers are like extra savage because sometimes you'll see like actual like, remember the snot episode?
Yeah.
Just
that was a guy crying.
Yeah, it was a guy.
And it was so funny, Damon, because I swear this guy was like cheating on his girlfriend right, left, and center. Yeah. And then when he saw the video of her cheating, he lost it. Yeah, like whole globs of snot.
I didn't even think he liked her. And I'm like, why are you crying? You acted like you didn't like her. But yeah.
I think the show's morally like bankrupt.
It's bad. I feel a bit cringy, but I don't. Right. I'll watch every season. It's so good.
So, what is your mindset? Like, what is the state of mind when you know you're about to watch Temptation Island, and when you've just watched Temptation Island? Like, where's your head at? Are you excited? Do you get some napkins beside the couch as soon as you're getting ready to watch?
We don't cry because when I look at them crying, I don't feel bad. It's just like, why did you do that? Mm-hmm. So I just think, why did you do that? And I think that they should all be in therapy and the producer shouldn't be filming it. But I'm not getting emotional. And I low-key get a little bit excited. That cringy feeling.
To me, it's like I'm mentally checking out when I'm watching it. So there's no feeling before or after. It's like the opposite like the opposite of meditating. It's just like dead inside for a little bit.
So you're almost doctors at a psych ward. You just got your clipboard and you're like, okay. Dave is crying again.
Yeah,
and that's it. You're just so divorced from it. It's like watching animals in a zoo.
Yeah.
Wow.
You make us feel bad.
No, that's not what this is for. I'm trying to understand because I'm so divorced from it, right? Like, I don't know the last time I stuck with a dating show. Like, I've seen some shows on Netflix recently, an episode here or there, some speed dating shows or something like that. But I'm trying to understand the pull that they have that would keep you. The what?
The scenery.
The scenery and
No, it really is, because I don't watch The Bachelor or The Bachelorette, any of those, but the island ones, like some of the dates gorgeous, they go on are amazing. They ride horses at sunset on the beach. They go on these catamarans, or they do zip lining. Like,
yes.
that stuff, like I'm not gonna say I watch it for that stuff, but
it helps big time.
Just those
like
moments,
without that, I don't think that, cause like I said, I don't really enjoy the show. So without the island tropical like escape vibe, I don't think I could.
If Temptation Island is happening in the Big Brother house, you're not watching it.
No, because actually one of the recent seasons of Love Island US, they were in Vegas.
Yeah.
And they were just at a hotel.
Yeah, it was
I'm like,
bad.
that doesn't work for me. I need to see these white people tanned with like tropical sun.
Yeah.
Wow.
And yeah, the drone shots are really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the drone.
Love Island, they're in Mallorca, so it's beautiful.
Right.
Sometimes they'll go into town and go into little shops, not much, but
yeah, the drone footage and everything is changing film. It's man, so damn good.
Yeah.
Did you want to talk about any more dating stuff?
I want you to watch season 1 of Temptation Island, the new one.
Okay.
It's particularly bad. It's particularly bad because I suspect one of the contestants that is crying all the time, I think she also has like a visible eating disorder.
Oh,
actually, maybe not watch it. Maybe report it. Actually, report it. Don't watch it and report it. Okay?
Yeah, I'm like, why are you trying to send me to therapy? I'm gonna need therapy after watching these people.
Aside from that, though, there are some other things like there's just a lot of good drama that season. But again, yeah, maybe we should call. Maybe I should. What platform is it? Make a complaint because yeah.
Wow. Well. Listening,
so no dating shows for you. There's none that you've liked.
I'm sure I've said this. I'm sure I've said this before. I've watched probably a season of The Bachelor way back when it was original, right? I've never seen a Bachelorette. The dating shows I tend to watch are very different. Like I've been recommending, I just found this out. I've been recommending to people that they go watch Age Gap Love on Netflix. For months now, I've been doing it. And then I went to Netflix like 3 weeks ago and found out it's not there anymore. Right. But those are the kinds of things I'm into. So there's Age Gap Love. It's obviously big age gaps and how they got there, how they're staying there, stuff like that. There's one called Love on the Spectrum. So that
I was going to tell you about that one.
Right. So Synced it. I done Synced, Love on the Spectrum, and thought it was amazing. Yeah. Right. That's
there was one episode. I don't even remember at all what happened, but waterworks.
Right.
Just and
again, I'm mostly robot, so none of them got me to cry, but I could see why people would cry. So Love on the Spectrum. There was some speed dating show where they date like 5 people. I can't remember what it's called. They date like 5 people and then they pick one of the people. Like it's like a half hour. I've seen a few episodes of that, but none of them get me to stick. But you know what? I think I get my dating shows in the competition reality shows that I watch. So like Big Brother always has showmances.
Yeah.
Right. And they're skewing, the contestants are so much younger every season. Like I talked to my boy Roger about it. The 2 oldest people on this season of Big Brother are 40 and 34.
Oh, wow.
Like, get a grip.
Who is that? Do you know who that is?
Frenchie and Tiffany. Reverse order. Tiffany's 40, Frenchie was 34. Right? Everybody else is like mid to early 20s.
Oh my gosh.
So they get in there, they're like, oh my God, abs, boobs, asses. And they're like, we're in love with everybody. And then they figure out who they're going to pair up with. Right.
And my 20s.
and then I also watched The Challenge. I don't know if you guys are challenge people. Doesn't look like it. But
you watch The Challenge.
No, Ren watches The Challenge.
Oh, you watch X on the Beach.
X on the Beach, yeah.
Right. Vastly different. But The Challenge is all these like real world people that go do challenges, and then they've started, the show's blowing up, right? So for the longest time, it was like $100,000 prizes and things like that. Now they're giving away $1 million, and they're bringing in people from Big Brother. They're bringing in people from Survivor. And this season was like all over the world. Like they had Turkey survivors, Spanish survivors. Oh, cool. So they're all there. and they're all in the best shape of their lives. They all have money. They're all like, so it's a big ass dating show, essentially, with all these competitions, right?
Are the competitions like really hard?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And they live together?
Yeah.
Like
They
Big Brother?
in not like Big Brother. They live in mansions on the coast of Croatia, Madrid, all Turkey. They're all over the place in these mansions that hold 35 people.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Okay. So I'm gonna send the new season just started this week.
Oh, good. Yeah.
I hope you guys can get MTV. Maybe you could stream it somewhere, but I'll let you know when it's on. You need to see it. But that's how I get my dating. Like, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Really, right?
It's better with less pressure. Like,
yes.
On them. Like, that's not why you're there.
Yes. But it's so incestuous because these people do these seasons over and over again. So this person was engaged to so-and-so, engagement broke off, and now they're dating somebody else on the show, and all of the drama that creates, right? So that's why I try never to speak anything badly about anything anybody's watching, but like, that's why I don't really hate dating shows, because I know I'm watching what is ostensibly a male version of a dating show, I imagine, right?
Yeah. Do you watch 90 Day Fiance?
No.
And I was going to ask you about another one. Can't remember. Or Married at First Sight. I don't watch these either. Well, I watch a little bit of them, but I hear they're really, really like addictive.
Yes. Yeah. That's what I've heard too. And they're the kinds of things where I feel like I need to get in on the ground floor. Like, I got to go back to the beginning. I don't want to just jump in. So if somehow I'm scrolling through some service and I see the first season of one of them pop up, I might look at it.
Yeah.
I might look at it. But I have a show to ask you guys about, which I now realize you probably haven't seen because you don't get commercials. But there's a show called Queens coming out. Have you heard of Queens?
Why does that sound familiar? Who's in it?
Right. So since you haven't heard it, we're going to do a little experiment. Is your phone nearby?
Yeah.
Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to have you pull up the trailer of Queens. But before you do it, I want you to hear this. Okay. These are the stars of the show. Okay. Nadine Velasquez. Have you ever heard of her? She was in My Name is Earl. Okay.
Oh, okay. I know her.
Right. Notori Houghton. That is the mom from Power. Okay.
Wait, the mom from Power. The mom from Raising Kanan?
Nope. From regular Power, original Power. What's her name?
Girl from the girl group from 3LW.
She's
yeah.
Okay. Then Brandy.
Okay.
And Eve.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So they are an ex-90s R&B hip hop group. Okay. They are now in their 40s and they're back.
Okay. I need to know who's behind it. Yeah.
Right. This could go really good or really bad.
Yeah.
Pull up the trailer and watch the trailer right now.
Okay. Only one of us needs to do it.
Yeah. I only found a 30-second one, so hopefully maybe you guys find a bigger one. But I want to know what you think of this show and the prospects of you watching it. First of all, are you already interested in watching it?
I mean, for support reasons, I will watch it.
I mean, yeah, like Brandy. Yeah, I love Brandy.
Oh, Brandy was so good in Star.
I didn't watch it.
Oh, she was like a gangster. She was really good in it.
And then Eve is just like the best.
But yeah, I'm watching.
Yeah, the production quality looks passable.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yep. Okay, yeah.
What is this gonna be on? Yeah,
I'm sold. Yeah.
You're in, right?
I want that pendant that says Queen.
So I keep seeing this commercial and I'm like, am I gonna watch this show?
Oh, you don't know?
I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure because they're definitely making this show for us.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like the three of us, forget the blackness, just it's age appropriate. We know this time period. We know these women. 2 of them are for real. Like we watched them do it. They went away and they're acting now. They're not doing music, but I was like, who made this show? It's got to be Lee Daniels, right?
Oh, if it's Lee Daniels, it might not be.
I don't know. Like, you're so right. As soon as you mentioned Brandy, I'm just like, oh my God, this is for me. Like I hear like sitting up in my room in my head right now. So I'm like, I can't to watch it. The girl from 3LW, apparently they actually like kind of like kicked her out of that group. They mistreated her in that group. So I wonder if any of like the actual story will end up in the what you call it in the show.
It's got to. It has to. Why wouldn't they?
It could be so good. There's so much story there, like with all like the music industry stuff.
I love shows about the music industry. Oh my God, Nashville. We wanted to talk. Have you watched Nashville?
That's a good recommendation. You're shaking your head. You're gonna love the music.
It's so good.
So nice.
Yeah, I'm not a country music fan, but when you watch a show and the characters are writing genuine songs about things that you've watched them go through, it hits different. It hits different. Nashville is a great show.
Connie Britton's in that, right? Like the mom. Yeah. Did you watch Friday Night Lights?
Yes, she's Coach Taylor's
wife. My God. Can we talk
Mrs.
about
Taylor? Yeah, definitely. Listen, okay, so we'll do Friday Night Lights another episode. Watch it again. All of us will watch it again. So it's fresh when we get to it and we can go in on Friday Night Lights. But have you watched Empire? Are you Miss Music Industry TV shows?
I watched the first I watched the first season and it was a little bit much. When he got that disease that everybody was pouring the buckets over their heads for, that's why I was just like, this is a bit too much.
Empire.
But I like the music. I did like the music in Empire. Right. The show was trash, but I love like drip.
Do you like the Power theme song? Isn't it good?
The original Power show?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of the best theme songs that's ever been created.
It's not the best.
But Raising Kanan, that's old school 50. Like that's man.
That's good, yeah. He's good.
Yeah, unstoppable.
I was asking Sheena, like, how does he do it? Like, Power's so good, like so good.
I think 50 is really, really smart. And I think he knows, or he has people that can identify people that are really good at their jobs.
I guess so.
And instead of trying to do all of it, instead of trying to figure it all out, you hire the right people, you get all these Black and brown people working. And like I did a thing on this a couple weeks ago where I was talking about, he's created this entire Power empire because there's like 4 or 5 shows. And by doing that, all of those shows just have Black and brown faces. 50 has created like a city's worth of Black and brown jobs.
Yeah. And he's making stars. Like what's the guy who plays Dre? Rotimi or whatever.
Yeah.
He's huge.
Album is so good. I feel like
everybody loves him.
Yes.
And now the Power the kid.
Yeah, Michael Rainey Jr. Yeah,
he's huge now.
Yes.
I was going to give a spoiler, so I won't say that. But.
Oh, recommendations. What do you have any recommendations for me or the people? Just stuff you like, whatever it is.
Do you ever? I watch too much YouTube. Does any of your other like guests do they complain to you about that?
Complain about watching too much YouTube?
YouTube addiction.
Yeah.
No, we don't deal in complaining about what you watch. What you watch is not who you are, and you should enjoy whatever it is you're watching.
So I can watch YouTube whenever I want?
Yeah, I never told you not to. I have a good recommendation for you. Well, I don't know. It's an older show. I don't know if you've already.
Of course.
Atlanta.
Okay. Yeah.
I like that. Yeah.
Again, it's so underrated. It's such a good show. It's so out of the box.
I don't think I get it. I think a lot of things go over my head.
I like not getting it and having to really like think about it.
It's one of those things I get it years or months later. I'm like, oh, I think that's what he meant. I don't know.
The last episode I watched of Atlanta was the Teddy whatever episode. Yeah, the episode with that weird Michael Jackson type character in the mansion. I think there was a PVR mess up, and that's why I haven't watched more of it. But I also haven't gone looking for more of it. You know what I mean? And that show is very much for me. Like my sensibilities, that show talks to.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, I haven't gotten back into it. But I know I need to finish it. But yeah, it's great. The Justin Bieber, the Black Bieber episode. Do you remember the Black Bieber episode?
No, that sounds really interesting though.
So have you watched all of it?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
It's been years.
Yeah, go back and watch the first season. There's a Black Bieber.
Okay.
And it's just like, it's an episode that has nothing to do with anything that happened before it, and nothing to do with what happened after.
I like that. They have a lot of episodes like that.
Yeah. So they just jam that in. So Atlanta's a good one. I agree. Are there
Atlanta, Nashville?
Okay, Nashville. The people need to watch Nashville.
We talked before about Animal Kingdom. I can't remember if you said you have watched it.
No, I haven't.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay, so off of YouTube, I have last night we were watching a Brazilian prison beauty pageant. So I think you should watch that. It was good. Wasn't it good?
So it's a maximum security women's prison in Brazil, and they've put on a full-fledged beauty pageant in the prison with the prisoners.
Yeah.
Yeah, my thoughts exactly.
Yeah, we're not done, so we have to finish.
Yeah, we haven't finished it. The women are gorgeous. I'm like, I gotta go to jail.
No, I literally, I've been like, I don't know.
It's like a series?
No, it's just a mini like YouTube documentary.
I thought you said, are they serious? Because they are actually very serious.
I believe you. I believe them.
Like they got like shoes shipped in and stuff.
And there's a whole artistic director. Like they're serious about it.
Do they sell tickets? Like, are they making money?
I don't think they're making money, but some inmates' family are coming to watch it. Oh, and it's so cool because they have categories. Like there was a category for mature women. There's a category for like lesbian women, or butch sort of women. There's like obviously like the miscongeniality, but I don't know. I thought the category for the mature women was kind of cool.
It was neat. Yeah.
It's important that you focus on fairness when you are conducting a beauty pageant in a Brazilian jail.
Maximum security.
Maximum security.
Because I guess because they're basically because like the drug trade, maybe there's women from all around the world.
Oh,
so
right.
that's kind of cool too.
Yeah.
Can you watch this? Please.
Okay.
Send you the link.
Please. So the last recommendation I had for something from YouTube was one of my girls recommended AlphaGo. AlphaGo is about, it doesn't really matter what it's about because I've talked about it. You guys should see it. Watch AlphaGo. It's an hour and a bit, whatever. It's HD, so you don't have to worry about any of that old Big Brother camera stuff, but it's phenomenal. You'll enjoy it. I say this to say the last time someone recommended something from YouTube to me, I watched it twice inside of a month because it was so good. So no pressure on your little Brazilian maximum security.
It's just like
maximum security beauty pageant. What I want to know is how come you haven't finished it?
She was tired, so she didn't want to be tired for this show. So.
Was this yesterday? You started watching it yesterday? Okay. You're off the chain. Okay. Wow. Are there any others? Recommendations? They don't have to be. I'm just asking.
No, not really.
So let's recap. Our recommendations for this week are Atlanta, Nashville, and a maximum security Brazilian beauty pageant.
Yeah, I just thought of one more. This is another kind of nerdy thing. I don't know if you really like Insecure. So Issa Rae made a YouTube series before Insecure. So some of her characters are based on characters out of that YouTube series. So it's like a really low budget series, but it has like a how do you describe that humor? Dry, nerdy, long, embarrassing humor.
I know what you mean, but
I don't know how to describe it. Yeah.
Right.
So a lot of her characters, like, did you meet the guy that whispers, that only whispers?
I don't think so.
From the web series.
Oh, he's only from the web series.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she did a very good job. Like,
what's it called?
It's like the blueprint. I think it's called Awkward Black Girl.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So Atlanta, Nashville, but is it actually called? Or I guess we could search it and find it.
Yeah, I think it's called
by Brazil. No, I meant
Brazilian prison beauty.
Okay, and Awkward Black Girl.
Oh, and you forgot Animal Kingdom.
Oh, and Animal Kingdom. Yes.
And sorry, I'm gonna throw one last thing, and you probably already watched it on Netflix. Untold Stories, Malice in the Palace.
I have not, but it's on the list. I know. I was actually kind of hurt. I didn't know about it when I talked to my last boy who played basketball. He would have loved to talk about this thing or hear about it. But yes, I know about that. Okay. These are some beautiful, well-rounded recommendations, and I'd expect nothing more from my beautiful cousins.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for doing this, guys.
It was so much fun.
Yeah, thanks for inviting us.
Yeah.
Like we said, we were definitely going to ask you. So,
You did it.
yeah, we really enjoyed it.
Good. Okay. Well, I love you, and we'll talk soon.
Okay. See ya.
Thank you once again for joining us on this 2-week voyage with my cousin and myself. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did recording it.